Okay, guys, I want to get with you to talk about the debate the other day between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Um, and do you think if it helps you make a decision on voting for once, and which I hope that you guys do, because it's very important to vote. Um, but also if it helps you make a decision on who to vote for, not to vote for, and that kind of stuff. But what do you guys think about the debate, Alex?
Uh, I mean, when I was watching this debate, um, it didn't really like clear things out a lot because I feel like that debate was more of a oh she's lying, oh he's lying, like a blame game kind of debate. They talked about some of the stuff that they're trying to start, uh, that they want to change, like, but then they also said some stuff like negative stuff, like Donald Trump said that he was going to fix the border, take out all the bad people that came in
Mm-hmm.
on Kamala's watch, and but he also said this country is weak and he's going to make it stronger again, like great again.
Yeah, because it's using the point of that a lot of you know legal immigrants came in without knowing who they were, and they're all over the United States, and of course some of them supposedly came from the prisons from the other places, like Venezuela, Colombia, and that kind of stuff. So that's his point, that a lot of immigration is very important in a country, especially the United States. It's who we are. Like, we're all Americans, but we all came from our families came from somewhere else. Like in our case, from
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico. Um, so that's his main point on that. Like using that, but did it help you? I guess I know that there was a lot of, because that's how Donald Trump sometimes is. He instead of saying what he's gonna do, he just talks about the bad things that the other person did. Like, in this case, Pamela. But he does have a lot of input in regards to the economy and that kind of stuff. But it's just that some of the points that were made in there, it was kind of, I don't know, out the top.
Yeah, like
Like,
he was just like talking a lot about stuff in the past, what how it was back in when he was elected president,
right,
but he wasn't talking about now stuff, and he was trying to defend himself more than how he's gonna fix it. And
yeah,
I remember they talked about like how he thought and he hated Obamacare,
hmm,
what we had, and he said that he's gonna keep it for now, but he has something in the works. But he kept on denying, like, because they kept on asking, so do you have a idea or something to make it better, like a,
right, right.
but he kept on saying, well, me and my sources, we have something in the works,
Yeah,
but
he said he has a concept of a
a
plan.
concept, yeah, a
A concept
concept,
of a
that's what he said.
plan. Yeah, and some of the points that he's made is that he said that he's not going to put everything out there, so they steal his plan,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't help for a lot of the voters or a lot of the citizens that are thinking about voting, or they're on the fence on who to vote for, and a lot of us are like that. Um, what do you think about when they mention about when he mentioned about the cats and dogs that are
That
in Spring Hill, Ohio,
I mean that was a little much.
a little much.
Like, do you believe it though, or
Yeah, what if it's true? You know if it's true or not?
No, but like
It's the first time I heard about it.
it's a. I mean, it was a stereotype back in the day, but like bringing it up now, it's probably gonna make people
No, but supposedly that's happening now, and he mentioned
make
the
people
city.
feel bad or something like that, or like they they want to protect their dogs or their pets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, it's I don't know.
I mean, supposedly there's like during the debate because they were bringing he was yelling it out, and the two people that were interviewing him and Kamala, they kept on saying, "Well, that's not fully like there's no evidence that it's real," and I mean, supposedly that people are being able to see these on the internet. Like there was a video that my friend saw that it was a cop arresting this lady and she was eating a dog right in front of him, like a live dog.
Wow.
Seriously?
Was it? What was it?
Yeah,
What the heck?
Old videos. That's the problem right now.
yeah,
That's the problem that I'm having is that you don't know if this is if they're tying in videos from other places to what he's talking about now, and that's what makes it tough. Because and you can edit anything, man, nowadays.
Is that like the how when people say that someone ate a bat or something like that,
Well, in this case, is that from what I
like from COVID or
understand,
something?
this community,
Mm-hmm.
and he mentioned that I guess hate, people from Haiti, there's a Haitian that they eat cats and dogs. Supposedly they eat them, back in their country, and then so here they do the same. That's what they're saying. I've never heard of that before. But that's what the talk is. And supposedly some people have come forward and said that yeah, their pets were they couldn't find their pets, and then they found people eating them. I don't know, that kind of stuff. To me, I just just blew my mind. I don't know what, I can't remember why he said it. Like,
yeah. I can't remember what like started it to make him start yelling that out, but I know that he was defending himself, and then he was like bringing up. I think they were talking about conspiracies or like pro. I think it was like because they were bringing in all these bad people, and then they see this in the U.S.
well, what he says is that all these other countries, um, they emptied or a lot of their prisons and sent all of those prisoners to the United States.
Yeah,
So they let them go, but they told them you got to leave the country. Well, they're going everywhere, but especially there a whole bunch of them came here, United States, because the border was open, I guess in a certain way, for them to come. And now, that's what they know, you know. And then there's talks about, a prison gang from over Venezuela that is here now, and supposedly they took over a complex in Colorado. I don't know if you heard that.
yeah.
He kind of he briefly touched on it at the debate, but I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it was just an isolated incident of on that video that they showed of some people with guns, in front of an apartment. But that's what he's saying. So he's saying that because on the current administration, because of them, all these immigrants came over, and then Kamala said that they try to pass a bill where um, the borders would get more money, a lot of money to add more police, to protect the border more. But she said that Trump called his friends in Congress, I guess. They proposed a bill, and Trump made it and made a phone call to to his friends so that they can veto that bill, and then they couldn't protect. They can add more money to it. So that's what she said in the debate. That's her, I guess, her fight against what he's saying as far as immigration and all that stuff. it's kind of hard. And then she talked about some of her plans about what she's gonna do to ease up, I guess the economy and then inflation, because inflation is pretty high. I mean, I think inflation is high everywhere, and I don't think it's going to go higher than what it is. So I think, in my opinion, whoever wins the presidency under them is the the economy is going to get better. I think it's going to get worse than what it is right now at the beginning, and then it's going to get better by the end of 4 years. I think we're going to be in a better place with either candidate. I mean, I can see that. We just don't know how fast. Maybe with Trump is going to be faster than Kamala, or the other way around because of the plans.
But she said that she was gonna try and start something for small town businesses, like lower taxes.
Mhm.
But she also said when Trump was president, he was lowering taxes for rich people. Like, what was up with that? Like,
Yeah. So in taxes, he I guess he did some tax cuts, and it helped. Supposedly, it helped more the rich. The people with more money, over $400,000 a year. Um, but his plan is to cut, taxes for everyone. His plan is to lower the taxes for small businesses, for a lot of lowering taxes. That's his plan. Um, you know, in a in a broader way, I think it's gonna be good. But I think they're both gonna lower taxes. It's just I don't know how true all this is, but inflation is crazy right now. Like everything costs us so much more. Even I mean anything, food. What we could buy 4 years ago with $100 is not the same thing that we could buy today.
Like McDonald's, they back in the day, you would buy like a Happy Meal or like a probably a hamburger or something, and it would have been maybe like 50 cents or 75 cents back then.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. But 4 years ago, I don't know how much is a Happy Meal right now, but
Probably
it
like
was like $3 and now it's six. I don't know,
it's like,
something like that.
yeah, $6, $7.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's inflation, and everything is going up like at least 20% of what they cost, even at work. The materials that we get um, for enhance, all those materials that we get from Home Depot and whatnot, and Lowe's, they went up
Are
a
you
lot.
bringing prices up? Like,
Yeah, we had to, but not as much as what it costs. Like what materials are costing, and even payroll. To maintain employees, um, we had to keep them. We had to pay them more, but we didn't charge as much. We didn't bring the prices up as much. That's why a lot of companies, struggling to stay up. And now people are not spending money for so much for wants, and because the money's not lasting as much to get even groceries and essential.
yeah.
So I think it may get a little bit worse maybe next year, but then after that, then it's going to start getting better. I think regardless who wins, but what the what Trump's point is that with him it's going to get fixed faster, and then with the current administration, we know that it's Biden, but Kamala is the vice president. It's who knows if it's going to get better.
so you think whether or not becomes president or she becomes president, it's gonna turn out fine. But he thinks he's gonna do it faster.
As far as the economy, I don't know about the other stuff. The how the world view us. United States and all these wars that are happening, because those are the other things that they were talking about. that Trump said that under him there was no war,
Mhm.
and now we got Putin, Russia fighting Ukraine, and
Yeah, he was talking about how he's gonna get those guys together. Like
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
talk
he
it
said he was
out.
gonna finish.
Yeah, finish it real quick.
Real quick, real quick, and then maybe it is, and it's just the way that he just talks very casual. I guess the point is that he just says what he thinks, and it is what it is. I'll let him go. Are you holding him? No, what? Go, Bruno, go, go. I guess Bruno's here. But yeah, so that's one of the other points. But ultimately, I mean, so you heard a little bit from both sides. I mean, maybe more from Kamala what she's supposedly going to do. From Trump, you didn't hear as much, but he does have plans. I mean, even though he didn't say it, but they have presented. I saw it was a video of a guy showing both parties' plans as far as economic. To attack immigration, to attack inflation, that kind of stuff. And they both have plans, but with Trump is more tax cutting and that kind of stuff. What Kamala is, from what I hear, is more giving tax breaks also to first-time home buyers and then for small businesses and that kind of stuff. But he is also giving tax breaks, so it's I don't know. So it was just an interesting debate, and I know that we do talk about politics at home, of course, like every
Yeah.
family does. But my thing is that um, it's important to vote, and I know, like when I was young, like you guys are, I didn't really care if I voted or not. Like it wasn't one of my main things, but we have to pay attention and to what's happening, how the world is, and if you don't vote, then you can't complain on how things are in the future. So that's
Yeah.
why voting is important, and you guys vote for whoever you vote for, but the main thing is kind of like look for information because it's out there. Don't I know that it's hard, depending on what channel you're watching, which way, well, what is the true and what is not, but just the facts, like what the plans are, and like we saw a video that it was a guy that was a 10-minute video, and he just put them, side by side, and no opinion or nothing, but it's just knowing what supposedly they're going to do. But yeah, I just hope that you guys at least definitely vote. You got to find your card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because whenever you did your IDs and that kind of stuff, they I believe they're automatically registered. Just find out. You still got a little bit of time, not much. I mean, I
The
hope
5th.
that the 5th.
Mhm.
No, but until when can you register to vote? That's the
Oh.
other thing. Like I'm not sure. Maybe I'm sure they're gonna say it. Some people in the comments, but yeah, it's important. It's important for your vote, and make sure that you see you know both sides, but not on Instagram or
Yeah.
because it's crazy how they're seeing all those videos that they're doing about they're making songs or eating cats and dogs and
Making songs.
yeah,
It's
they made a
crazy.
song and all kinds of stuff and but yeah, so I wanted make sure that you guys vote and think about it, and then yeah, for whoever that is. All right. Okay. Well, until next time. See you.